Indications from Russia this morning. Moscow says it plans to send long-range bombers to patrol the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, including near American waters. This comes amid another uptick in violence in Ukraine that's left at least 4 Ukrainian soldiers dead. Our senior international correspondent Matthew Chance has the very latest for us live from Moscow. Matthew.
Michaela, thanks very much. Well, these are quite dramatic announcements, aren't they, coming from Moscow, that Russia will resume Cold War-era flights across the Arctic from its bases there towards Alaska, and more flights down the west coast of the western Atlantic, down the east coast, towards the Gulf of Mexico. It hasn't done these kinds of flights testing US air defences since the end of the Cold War. They don't actually represent a military threat as such. In fact, think tanks that have been focusing on the upsurge in these kinds of flights in Europe, saying the biggest threat they represent is to civilian airliners. There's a possibility of a mid-air collision because these military flights from Russia often don't use their in-flight transponders, their locators, nor do they communicate with ground control and air traffic control. And so they represent a danger in that sense. But again, the whole idea that Russia is resuming these Cold War era flights gives us a pretty good picture of just how bad the relationship has become between Russia and the West.